Welcome everyone to Cohort 8 of the Taqadam Accelerator program. We're very excited to have you with us. We have an exciting cohort ahead and we have some interesting things to mention about the program and the program components. So as some certain, you could take guidelines for today's session, please rename yourselves as your startup and then your full name. It's just easier for us and your fellow co-founders to get to know you a bit more. So we're able to pinpoint you and to get to know you through Zoom and Discord afterwards as well. So today's agenda, as mentioned, is very brief program overview for the first 40 minutes, and then we'll go into Q&A and then a fun icebreaker by Lamaji. So a lot of you have applied to the program, but you might not know all the details that go into being part of the cohort and what is given as part of the accelerator program. So a bit of a brief, Taqadam is a startup accelerator program that runs once a year. It's a 6-month accelerator program that runs in partnership between KAUST, King Abdullah University of Science and Technology, and SAB. KAUST is a science and technology university in Thuwal, which is around an hour drive from north of Jeddah. So a lot of you might think we're in Riyadh. No, we're actually in the west coast. So in Thuwal, in a beautiful location with amazing sea views. In addition, the program is in partnership with SAB, which is known as Saudi Awwal Bank, more internationally well known as HSBC. So during the program, we have multiple elements that are provided. First one being the $40,000 of funding. So you're able to be given funding throughout the program to 2 tranches. First one being the non-dilutive of $40,000 at the accelerator phase. And then by the showcase phase, by the end of the 6 months program, you get the possibility to get an additional $100,000 for the top 10 selected startups. So as part of the program, which is very mentor-centric and mentor-forward, you get access to a lot of local and international mentors and experts in certain fields. You get access to a co-working space in both Jeddah and Riyadh, which I'll talk more specifics about it as we move on into the presentation. You get access to subsidized services and perks. So subsidized services as well, I will mention a bit further throughout the slides. In terms of perks, a lot of you have already seen it on the hub page. So we have more than 40 partnerships with entities on the perks page, where you get either discounts with them or credits for you to utilize their platform as a startup. And finally, pitch clinic and pitch perfecting. We do really care about your pitching style and all the support that we can do there. So we have a pitch clinic that will be open throughout the program for you to perfect your pitch. So you might be asking yourself, so what does the cohort comprise of? Currently, we have 37 startups in the cohort from 10 countries and 17 industries. This number has came down from over 1,200 applications and 250 interviews. So congrats on that. So we've mentioned before that it is a 6-month accelerator, but let's go into deep details of the phases of the different accelerator within the accelerator. First one being, which is the bootcamp. I'm sure you've been hearing this word a lot, bootcamp, bootcamp, bootcamp. Let's go into specific, what does that comprise of? So in terms of the bootcamp, it's around a month-long phase of the accelerator program. It's mainly focused on mentorship, where you will meet with your lead mentor and work with them on multiple aspects of your startup and help prepare you for the bootcamp selection, which will happen on the last week of September, early October. You will get access to the community, which you are currently part of. You are joining Discord, and also you get access to the perks that are provided as part of the hub page, where you can utilize. Moving into the accelerator, so those who make it with us beyond the bootcamp selection, which also we will talk about more in depth in terms of what we look for, the duration, etc. We go into the accelerator phase, which is around the remaining period of the accelerator program, which is around, I would say, 4 to 5 months, where we will kick off with an in-person element at KAUST, where you will join us for a week-long workshop and networking activity. This is where you kick off your mentorship with your lead mentor, where you meet them at least twice a month. Pitch clinics will be kicked off there as well to prepare you for the showcase and for any other investment pitches that you might have coming up. You get access to subsidized services such as the co-working space, the financial modeling service, access to the experts, access to other services that also will go into further on. We'll also have monthly specialized workshops on certain topics, such as growth hacking, fundraising, defensibility, etc. And this is when the $40,000 for each startup is being dispersed at the accelerator phase. Going to the last phase of the program, which is the showcase, it usually comprises of two events, which is the private investor showcase, where we bring the startups on campus with investors, where you network with them, try to make deals with them as well. In addition to pitch in front of them to help select the 10 startups who will actually get the $100,000 of follow-on funding. In terms of the public showcase, a lot of you might have seen last year's showcase. It happened at the Garage at Riyadh. We're planning on doing the same, where it's going to be more of a public event. You network with the whole ecosystem. We invite investors, corporates, government entities, etc. That was expected to happen in late January, early Feb of 2025, which is before LEAP. So this is in-depth detail with regards to the exact timeline. So currently we are in the online bootcamp phase, which is from today until the 26th of September, where it's focused on mentorship, where you will be booking your sessions with your lead mentor and meeting with them on a weekly basis approximately. And then we'll go into the bootcamp selection, which is also going to be online, where you are expected to pitch in front of a panel of evaluators to help select who will be joining us in the accelerator phase, which will happen from the 29th of September until the 3rd of October. You will get pre-assigned locations depending on your startup, and which will be communicated as we come closer to that date. In terms of the accelerator phase, so we'll be kicking it off in person at KAUST for a week, which is the last week of October. And then we go into the rest of the accelerator phase of online workshops, community events and gatherings within the co-working spaces in Jeddah, Riyadh, etc., and pitch clinics, and then going into the showcase. So in terms of mentorship, you've been hearing a lot about mentor versus expert. So what's the difference? So your lead mentor is a person who is your first point of contact in terms of your startup and in terms of your business and all types of support there. So this is a person who is pre-assigned to work with you during the duration of the program. So you're currently assigned a mentor for the duration of the bootcamp. This might be reshuffled for the accelerator. But for now, you'll be assigned a mentor, which you work with in terms of meeting them on a monthly basis, working with them in terms of your milestones and your goals throughout the program. Experts are people who are experts in certain fields, such as AI, finance, marketing, etc. And you can meet with them at whatever and how much you need. So if you require support on a certain element or require guidance on a certain aspect of your startup, that's when you book with an expert. So these are the mentors that we have with us this year. We hope we have around 11 mentors with us, inshallah, where you will be working with them. In terms of mentors assignment, which will also be posted on Discord, by the way. This is the mentorship assignment, where you will able to see you report to which mentor for the bootcamp period in order for you to go to the mentors page on the hub page and then book with them directly. So as mentioned before, in terms of experts, we have AI experts, tech, branding, legal, UX, UI, marketing, and finance, and much more. All will be available for you to book with them on the hub page as well, and the mentors page more specifically at the accelerator phase. So let's dig deeper in terms of the program offerings, which are the subsidized services, as I mentioned previously. The co-working spaces in Jeddah at the space here at the King Road, and Riyadh, it's with the Garage. A financial modeling service, we connect you with a financial modeling agency, which help work with you in terms of your income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. MISA support letter, especially for those who have non-Saudi founders or international startups expanding into Saudi. So we do help provide you with the MISA support letter from KAUST. Access to experts and consultations, as mentioned before, one-on-one free consultations with multiple experts in certain fields. In addition to We offer sponsored booths for you at LEAP after the showcase as well. Finally, which is the corporate intros. So as part of our offerings, Accoust has a wide range of network and partners that we work with, such as SABIC, Aramco, and other investors. So we help facilitate a lot of these introductions between you and these big corporates. So in terms of tools, you can see that all of you have been through a lot of these tools already. But just in case, the hub page, which we've mentioned on Discord and through our emails, is basically, you could say, the base for all the information and updates that you require throughout the program in terms of the calendar, your action items, the mentors page, the perks, the benefits, and all of that will be added into that page. And it is your first source of information in terms of the program. So anything that you need to know or you want to explore or go and find out, this is where you go first, the hub page. After that, if you're facing difficulties, then come back to the Taqadam team. But definitely, your first resource of information is the hub page. Secondly is Calendly. So Calendly is the back-end system that we utilize for mentorship booking. So when you go to the mentor's profile, when you click to book a meeting with your mentors, you're booking it through Calendly. And finally, Discord, which I see that all of you are already engaging with. So great job on that. I'm enjoying reading all your bios and your fun facts. So continue engaging with each other. This is where we make all the announcements. This is where we mention all major information as the main communication tool during the program. So what's up next for the month of September, which is the bootcamp phase? As I said, go ahead and start booking your mentorship sessions with your mentor. Lema will be announcing the mentor assignment sheet and the mentor booking link soon on Discord today, maybe right now or the next hour or so, for you to proceed to book your 3 sessions with your lead mentor. Join Discord if you have not done so. If you have not done, you are missing quite a lot because this is our main source of information and communication. Finally, prepare for your bootcamp evaluations, which are happening late September, early October. As mentioned before, it's going to be a predetermined slot where we'll be giving you your slot date and time and sharing it with you as we come closer.
Mariam, I just want to add here the data room.
Yes, that's a good point. So we've received 33 data rooms so far from the selections, from the terms and conditions and data rooms. We are missing a couple of more, so it is very crucial for you guys to submit your data room as soon as possible, because this is what your mentors use to support you in order to get to know your startup a bit more. So please, before we end the call today or before the end of the day today, make sure that you submit your data room and accept the terms and conditions. So bootcamp selection, a lot of you might be asking, so what does the bootcamp selection look like? What are the information what do I need to do? What do I need to prepare? So what you're expected to do is prepare a 3-minute pitch, and afterwards we'll have a 15-minute Q&A. This selection will determine whether you will continue with us in the accelerator phase and access the rest of the program element, which is the fund, the subsidized services, the leap booth, and then the showcase event by the end of the program. So what to focus on? There are certain aspects that we want you to focus on within your pitch. First one being the problem. You need to showcase the tangible effects of that problem. Your solution and progress and product. You need to showcase your differentiation, your value proposition, market potential, showcase your presence, and what is the market share, etc. Your traction. So how many customers do you have signed or in the pipeline? Business and revenue models. So talk about your pricing, your scalability models. Competition, talk about your positioning and your competitive analysis. Your team, talk about your backgrounds and industry knowledge and history as a team. And then most importantly, your plan for the next 6 to 12 months throughout the program and beyond. Also for international startups, you need to talk about your plan for Saudi. As you know, it is a kind of a rule for international startups to have a clear plan to expand into Saudi throughout their duration of the program. So with that being said, please connect with us. We're on all major social media channels. Use the hashtag Taqadam. And if you have any questions for us or anyone from the team, we are all on Discord. You can just mention @Taqadam team and ask your question or reach out to us via the the Taqadam help desk. We're here to support you guys, or you can email us at taqadam@cafs.edu.sa. With that being said, I wanted to leave you with a video before we open up the floor for Q&A from startups from our previous cohorts to give you a bit of advice of what to look for during the program.
One piece of advice for the next cohort would be make the best use out of the program. Attend everything, try to make the best out of everything here. There's a lot of facilities, especially for the mentors. You can talk to them, they can mentor you on everything. So make the best use out of it. It's there, it's out there, just take advantage.
Make sure they book all the sessions with the mentors, not miss any of the social events, socialize with the other startups as much as you can, because networking really matters and those people understand you. They'll give you the best advice ever.
My advice to the next cohort is to exploit the Taqadam time with interacting with every single founder they meet and mentor, so they can ensure that they can take their startups to the next level.
I'll say do it for real. So there's a lot of startup, unfortunately, that will join programs just to say we joined the program. I'll say be there, attend, ask questions, go ask. That's it. Like, the team is amazing. So if you need something, ask for it. Don't wait until they give it to you.
So with that being said, I'll open up the long-awaited Q&A section, because I'm sure a lot of you might have a lot of questions, need additional clarification. We're here to answer any questions that you might have in terms of the bootcamp phase, accelerator, what does the next couple of months look like, Discord, hub page, all of that. So feel free just to unmute yourself, raise your hand, however you want to. Andre, Ermo.
Right, I was first. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, all is clear. Just very tiny questions I have. The second 100K, which are again that we need to deserve, are they non-dilutive or is it safe?
Non-dilutive. All the funding that is given throughout the program is non-dilutive.
Good. And can you also specify, if known, the dates for the showcase? I know you said like last week of January, but maybe I'm not alone here. Maybe I'm not alone here, but I need to reconcile with my wife as soon as possible, because we're both like very busy business travelers. And the more in advance I lock the dates, the better the chances are I'll make it.
Unfortunately, exact dates are not set yet. So that's why we're saying late January, early Feb. But as soon as we have confirmed dates, you'll be the first to know.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right, thanks. And the last one, on the assignment of the startup to the mentors. I'm lucky to have two. That's Mr. Haitam and Mr. Abdurrahman. I don't see Abdurrahman on the mentor page.
So if he's in the profile not ready yet, most probably his profile, you just need to book with Haytham and he will forward the invite, because if you have two names as your assigned mentor, you just need to book with the main one and the other mentor will be joining them.
Okay, makes sense. That's it. Thank you so much. Quick and efficient.
No worries. No worries. Navatek Mukund, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yeah, it's as good as any, so that's fine, thank you. Quick question, as you mentioned from the startup bootcamp, you go to the accelerator, right? So there's 34, did you say 34 current people in the program? How many?
Yes, 37.
Companies? 37. How many of the 37 go through to the accelerator? Is it a limit? Is it a quota that you're going to sort of achieve?
Yes, so we are accepting around 25 startups into the accelerator phase.
Okay, so more people will go through than not go through.
Yes.
Understood. Thank you.
No worries. Any other questions in terms of what we're looking for? Okay. Abdul Latif, live show.
Hey, how are you guys? Just going through what you just said about the accelerator phase. What are you guys looking for here exactly? Is it figure numbers? Is it progress in technology? Is it what exactly should be also highlighted in us so that we can focus on it?
Yes, so exactly. We want to know, most importantly, your plans for the next 6 to 12 months. What are you looking to achieve? What are some key milestones that you're trying to get out of the program? Also, what are your current numbers? So what makes you unique as a company yourself? Talk about key numbers, key initiatives, talk about the team strength, etc. That's mainly it.
One final question is
Of
the
course.
in-person is going to be within the accelerator phase. It's not within the bootcamp,
Yes.
correct? Thank
Yes,
you.
that is exactly correct. The in-person element will be the launch of the accelerator phase. So the first week of the accelerator phase will be in person at CAST. All the bootcamp phase will be fully virtual in terms of the networking that you do guys between you. Also, the bootcamp selection that will also happen online. Okay, Ahmed Loop X.
Thanks for your clarification. We are so happy to be with you all here. Following the question of Mr. Abdulatif, like for international startups, is there anything required from us to prepare, like for the next couple of weeks to be like ready with everything? Is there anything required you suggest to go on and so on?
Yes, so as an international startup, if you're not already in Saudi, you need to talk about your plan for Saudi, expanding into Saudi. So what does that look like? What is the timeline? What are you looking to achieve? Have you talked to any partners? Have you talked to any customers, etc.?
Okay, sure. And for the other things like the visa and things like this, you support us and things like this?
Yes, so for the in-person element of the accelerator phase, yes, we do support you in terms of logistics and visa support, but that's all in the accelerator phase, not the bootcamp.
Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot.
No worries. Saif, a familiar face.
Hey, Maria, how are you? A quick question. So, number one, when it comes to the next 3 to 4 weeks, are there certain deliverables that you're looking for beyond the presentation or the pitch deck? And what is the role of the mentors will be within those 3 to 4 weeks? Is it more about them knowing more what we're doing, or is it more other things? Just to know. And I had another question, but I'll try and remember it while you're answering.
Okay, perfect. So in terms of your role, the role of the mentor, first of all, so what they're looking to get is getting to know your startup a bit more, understanding what makes you unique. So they will be asking more information in terms of your risk assessment, in terms of your future plans, in terms of your business model, your pricing model, etc. Because they do have access to your data room, and this is going to be their main point of conversation. So while looking at your data rooms that you guys already shared, they'll be digging deeper and getting to know you a bit more. In addition to supporting you and preparing you for the selection that will happen by the end of the month. So that's the main focus, I would say, for this month. Beyond that, in the accelerator is mainly focused on growing your startup and accelerating your growth and impact.
And the second question here is, I'm assuming that the cohort is quite diverse from industries, but at the same time from different stages, pre-seed, seed, Series A, and so on. Are we going to be at a disadvantage if we are a pre-seed, maybe pre-revenue, maybe something like that, or
No,
how
not at
would?
all. Not at all. We understand that there's different stages of each startup, and we understand that some of you are already in Saudi. And if you noticed, and especially the Saudi ones, they are a bit earlier stage than the international ones who are expanding into Saudi. So we do understand that aspect, and we do take that into consideration. It's not part of the aspects of us evaluating you during the bootcamp selection. We don't worry about that. It's mainly looking, if you're earlier stage, it's mainly looking at potential of your growth and how does that look like in your differentiation.
Clear. Thank you very much.
No worries, best of luck. Okay, I have Sheikh.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. I would like to know if there is any limitation on the number of mentors we can reach out to.
So in terms of the
That's the only
bootcamp
question.
phase, yes, in terms of the
Yes.
bootcamp phase, we only ask you to meet with your lead mentor that has been assigned to you. At the accelerator phase, you're welcome to explore meetings with other mentors, experts, and all other services in the program. But for the bootcamp phase, because it is quite limited, we highly recommend stick with your main mentor so you avoid getting conflicted opinions. And then beyond that, in the accelerator phase, yes, you're able to book with all other mentors on the page.
Okay, and the lead mentor, sorry, additional questions. So the lead mentor is is whom? Like, how do we know who's the mentor? Because I went through
Yes.
all the document, but I didn't recall.
Exactly. So the lead mentor will be sharing with you the mentor assignment on Discord later today, in addition to the link to the mentors
Okay.
page for you to book
Okay.
with them directly using Calendly.
Great. I was afraid I had missed something. Okay, great. Thank
No,
you.
no worries. No worries. So, Parakesh,
Hi, Miriam. How are you doing? Really excited
good.
to be
How are
here.
you? Glad to
Really
have
good,
you.
really good. So I got a couple of tech questions. You know, the in-person one, should we make it through and be lucky enough to make it through to the next round? Is there going to be any financial assistance in terms of the travel, especially for people that are not based in Saudi, and kind of what does that look like, and how do we get access to that?
Yes. So in terms of the elements of the program where we require you to be with us in person, the logistics elements are covered by the program. But again, it's limited to a certain number of founders from within the team, not all the founders. But yes, that aspect is covered by the program.
And that was my second question: is how many founders would be expected to attend, and then how much would be supported?
I would say around 1 to 2 founders.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No worries. Omar, Neon Rain.
Hi. Yeah, hi, thank you. So my question was for the international startups. I do understand that we need to have an aspect on how we want to expand into Saudi Arabia and what's our plan for that. But what is actually required from us to continue through the program? Do we have to register in Saudi? Like, what are the actual, things we need to work on in terms of expanding into Saudi Arabia? That's what I wanted to ask.
So in terms of the bootcamp phase, all we need to know is understanding your plan for expanding. During the accelerator phase, we do support in a lot of these aspects of you opening the CR and actually doing the actual expansion. For the bootcamp, just give us a plan of what you're looking to, how you're looking to do that. And that would be enough. During the accelerator phase, as we said, we do have some legal partners on board where you have discounts with to support you in terms of incorporation. So as a startup, as an international startup looking to expand into Saudi, you require a MISA support letter, which helps remove a lot of the, you could say, costs of incorporating internationally in Saudi. So we do offer you that letter as part of your university and guide you through that process.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Khalid.
Hi, Maria, thank you. So my question comes to two parts. So technically, hopefully, we actually surpassed the 2 steps, which is the 40, 100K non-diluted grants. I'm asking on the logistics behind the actual distribution of the money. I was curious because we wanted to start with the CR process, which is, for whom didn't know, is the commercial registration in Saudi. Just to acquire some partnerships and investors, they require some CR. So I delayed the process because I don't know if you guys help. You mentioned my first part of the question, you mentioned you do the letter. Is it the letter like the one we already got from 500 Global? Is it the only help you provide or something else? That's my first part.
Yeah, so in terms of actually doing the registration for you and covering the cost, we don't do that. We do have partners on board that gives you discount on incorporating services.
Okay.
So you can utilize like a better priced model to work with these partners directly. And beyond the support letter, I think it's the same one that 500 Global also provides. It's just for you to get the entrepreneurship license.
Okay, that's great because we've been offered like an insanely high amount for the service. So I said we should wait if we get it approved, and thank God we did in Taqadam. Thanks. That's the first question. The second question, for the distribution of money, do we need the CR? Meaning like first or second of the phases, for example, 40 or 100. Do we need to have that to? The reason I'm asking is to accelerate the process or sometimes pay the expedite fee. So if we go to the next phase, it's a lot easier for you to grant us if, inshallah, we get that.
Yeah, that's a good question. So in terms of the 40K, no, you don't need to have the Saudi CR ready at that point yet. We can transfer it to your international entity that is available elsewhere. That's totally fine. But for the 100K at the showcase, yes, it will only be transferred to your Saudi entity, to your Saudi corporate bank account.
That's what I thought. Just another question popped into my mind since you mentioned bank. I assume there is a partnership, obviously, with SAB. Inside the program or after, once we finish the CR, can you talk about a little bit how they can help? If there is like a program, if we get in through them, I assume there is something, so I'm curious to know what is it?
Yes, so I don't have much details in terms of the program that they exactly have, but during the accelerator phase, during the in-person element, we are bringing a couple of people from the SAB Bank to talk about their SME services and all of that. So that's something that will be brought up during the in-person sessions in late October.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Hussein, Julep.
هلا الله يسلمك. Now again about the mentors. I know that you don't want to get conflicting opinions, but I think we at Julep specifically know we need specific mentorship, which is marketing, right? Can we go ahead and book marketing? And is there a limit to that? That the second part to this question is, can we have the team members? Because we have like a lot of marketing questions from team members and from ourselves. Is that also a possibility?
Yes. So first of all, in terms of the bootcamp phase, as I said, only booking with your lead mentor for the time being during the month of September. Beyond September, yes, you get access to all the mentors, all expertise, and you're able to book however you want to. But for the bootcamp phase, just focus on your lead mentor. That's the main thing. Because you only have around 3 weeks, and that's barely enough time to meet with them initially. In terms of asking your team members to join the mentorship sessions, that is actually recommended. And depending on the type of mentorship that you're getting, for example, you're getting a finance mentorship, we recommend to have your accountant or finance expert join you. If you're having a meeting with the marketing expert, have your marketing team join. So that is actually recommended for you to support you as much as possible.
That's great. Thank you. Also applied for the AWS credit, and they said they were going to contact you. I don't know if it's you personally or someone else. Maybe you can push that through.
Yeah. So it's automated. Usually we get a notification and we approve it right away. So it should be on the way. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Waleed.
Hello, Mariam. It's a pleasure meeting you all. My question, you remember there was a screen of the mentors during your presentation, right?
Yes.
Could you please get it back? Just I want to get a picture for who's my mentor.
Don't worry, it will be shared on Discord. So the whole sheet of the mentor assignment will be shared on Discord, in addition to the access to the mentors page on the hub page. So all will be sent on Discord. You don't need to take a screenshot.
There is just only one mentor for each startup, right?
Yes, for the bootcamp phase, yes. You're assigned a lead mentor that will work with you. In the accelerator phase, it might be reshuffled. You might remain with your lead mentor, but you will have access to book with other mentors as well. So you don't have to stick to your assigned mentor only. Yeah. They will be working with you in terms of milestone and program aspects and achievements, but you can book with all the other mentors on the page as well.
Cool. Thank you.
No worries. Awesome.
Thank you, Mariam, for the clear about the explanation. Really appreciate that. My concern actually, once we have been shortlisted for the accelerator, to what extent Taqadam can supporting us in terms of penetrating the government entities for the sake of integration, doing kind of exchanging information with the government bodies. So this is one of the challenges that we are facing right now because we are a startup, we don't have kind of, let's see, strong brand into the community, into the market as well. So my question, to what extent Taqadam can supporting us to get this milestone? Thank you.
Yes. So again, nothing is guaranteed there because it all depends on you guys and your conversation with the government. What we try to do the most is expedite the introduction and getting you in contact with someone there from their end with the cast names support. And I have here on the call with me my colleague Rahaf Rashid, who actually leads that aspect and can possibly give you more information in terms of connections and how to do that. So Rahaf.
Hello, everyone. So can you just repeat your question because I want to give you the right answer for it.
Yeah, Rahaf, one of the main challenges that we are facing actually, we need to integrate with some government bodies, government entities here in Saudi Arabia, right? So, and we are facing some challenges because we are still a startup company, is not a semi-government entity or let's say a big private company, right? So. For the sake of enrich our offering to our prospective clients, we have to get this information from the data source of the government entities.
Yeah.
To what extent Taqadam can supporting us if we are gonna to be shortlisted in the accelerator?
So that's actually gonna happen during the accelerator phase, where basically I will be handling the connection with government, with entities, with partners. This is my role, and this is what I will try to do as much as possible. To give you more information about that, actually in Chaos here, our network involves of like people who have connection with other people, or the engagement team. The engagement team is a team in Chaos dedicated only for that kind of request. When we want to reach for a government or for a specific entity that we don't have any contact with, their job is to support us with that. But the thing is, whenever you have a request, it must be a specific kind of request of why you want it and what that will add to your company. And yeah, and after that, we can support you absolutely. And the support we provide is not only with government entity, is with everyone. سواء كان like people or entities or event. So yeah, inshallah, during the accelerator phase, you will know more information about and how you'll request that intros.
Thank you very much.
يعطيك العافية.
Thank you, Rahaf. Abdulaziz.
Yes, hi, Mariam. Nice to meet you. So my question is regarding the benefits that you provide at KAUST, at Taqadam. Is there a comprehensive sheet or a document where we can find everything that's provided? Because I just heard somebody talking about AWS credits and stuff. I would like to get more knowledge on that.
Of course. So going back to the main source of information for the program, which is the hub page, already linked on Discord. So there you can find information about the program, about the perks, and as you move to the accelerator phase, the information on the benefits that are subsidized by the program, etc. So all information are either in the hub page or announced on the Discord server.
Amazing. Okay, thank you.
No worries. Danish.
Hi, Mariam. Hi, fellow cohort members. Couple of questions. From my understanding, just to manage expectations when it comes to program logistics and time. So there is a physical in-person week, first week of the accelerator program, and then probably a week at the showcase program. Is there any other in-person weeks?
No, all the other elements are online. So the program is hybrid, where we require you to be with us in person during these two elements: the first kickoff of the accelerator phase and the showcase, which includes a part of it being in KAUST and a part of being in Riyadh. And the rest of the program is mainly online, with some networking activities in our co-working spaces, which are optional for you to join if you are available.
Okay, and that takes us to the second question. If we get selected through the bootcamp phase to the accelerator phase, how intensive is the program from a time perspective?
So in terms of time perspective, a lot of the mentorship sessions it's based on your conversation that you have with your mentor. So you specify the times that you're able to meet as per agreement between you and your first mentor, where you need to meet with them at least twice a month moving forward beyond the bootcamp phase. Beyond that, we have also monthly sessions that are usually I would say bi-monthly as well on certain topics. So also being there as you or any of your team members, it's crucial for you to join. But I wouldn't say it will take a lot of your time. That's why our program is 6 months. So it is a bit, you could say, having capacity for you to work on your startup while also participating in the accelerator.
Perfect. Oh, that answers everything. Thank you.
Perfect. Dali.
Hello, Mariam. Hello, everybody. Thank you for this initiative. I have just a summary, summary question, because in my understanding, the first milestone is gonna be in 4 weeks, and the first milestone is gonna be the pitch for 3 minutes, and you're gonna help us in order to get the best pitch for this opportunity with the mentorship of our mentor. This is correct. I'm understanding right now the help that you are mentioning from Taqadam right now is this one. Help us making the better pitch, the best pitch, sorry, for the next 4 weeks. Is this correct? At least for the first milestone.
Yes, so partially correct. So the mentorship meeting that you have with your mentor is not only on the pitch practice, etc. No, it's mainly focused on them getting to know you a bit more, because your mentor is actually going to be part of the evaluators. So them understanding your business and understanding what you guys do and what makes you different will actually help us make our decision on who makes it to the accelerator phase. So that is part of it, of a mentor getting to know you and understanding what you guys do. in addition to giving you some feedback on your startup and preparing you for the pitch that happens by late September.
Understood. Understood. Makes sense. Just very fast, very quick question. To share the document, you said you can share our data room, and do you have any technical specification? It means because we have like visible access to our investors, so we can share the same link, or we can make something tailored for our mentors and share it by Google Drive or something like that. Is it fine by you?
So it doesn't matter whatever type of link format you have, as long as we are able to view it and doesn't require any additional steps for us to view it, and like, for example, passwords, etc. That should be fine, whether that's a Dropbox link, Google Drive, whatever platform that you use, as long as it's accessible without asking for a password, that's totally fine. In terms of what we're asking in terms of the data room, so the terms and conditions sheet and the data room sheet that was shared for you, the acceptance exactly specifies what we're looking for. Try to add as much detail that you have. For example, as you said, you have a very technical analysis that is done or technical details that you want to share. So be sure to add that into the data room.
It's clear. Okay, thank you.
I just want to
No
add
worries.
a point here, Miriam, with regard to the main mentor board. So don't be shy of sharing your challenges and what you're looking for and the support needed, because your main mentor, he's the person who will support you during that 3 weeks or 4 weeks. And he's the one who will fight for you when we don't understand a certain point during the evaluation. So use that time with your mentor to share all the information that you need to share, to tell him about all the updates you are doing, to tell him about your plan for the future. Some startup hide some information, and that's not good for you. And some startup doesn't book with their main mentors, which is not good for you as well. Because whenever we have a discussion, we always include the main mentor. When the main mentor doesn't understand what you are doing, guys, it's not a good sign for us.
Okay, clear. So we try to share every information we have. So in terms of figures, we already how many startups and how many gonna have the right to, let's say, will get the opportunity to get the second phase. Sorry if you share this information. Maybe we are between 16 and 20 startups, and maybe
We don't have a specific number so far.
Okay.
We don't want to
No,
share a
good to
specific
know it.
number because
Good to
it's
know
not
it.
like we will eliminate 10 or 20. No, there is no specific number.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Raf.
Okay, so Sheikh Mir Kustos.
Hi, Mariam, and hi, everyone else. I have a couple of questions. So the first one is actually a confirmation to a question that was asked previously. Did I hear correctly that at the last phase, which is those 100Ks, will be only given to a Saudi incorporation? Is that correct?
Yes.
If we have a Saudi incorporation.
Yes. So if you were selected as part of the 10 startups to receive the follow-on funding, you would in order for you to receive the money, you would need to get the money onto your Saudi entity with the Saudi bank account. But that's if you were selected, keeping in mind. So it's fine if you still don't have this still in the process, but that money will not be transferred, and it's contingent on you having the Saudi entity set up and having the Saudi corporate bank account set up as well.
Understood. Meaning that in the meanwhile, we need to create it in between phases, right?
It is part of the program requirements, because we do accept international startups but with the requirement for you to open an entity or to expand within Saudi. So it is part of your milestones for you to have some type of establishment or some type of plan to expand your operations to Saudi.
Yeah, totally understood. Thank you. And the second question was in terms of timelines with the mentor. I understand that we need to meet them twice over this month, but is there a limit in terms of timing? Is it like a 30-minute slot, a 1 hour, or is it up to us to decide with the mentor directly?
Yeah, so in terms of the bootcamp phase, you need to meet them a minimum of 3 times. The 2 times you were mentioning is for the accelerator, but for now, a minimum of 3 times. In terms of timing, it's up for you and the mentor to decide. Sometimes a 30-minute meeting would be enough. If the mentor needs more time with you guys in order to further understand and to be able to further support, then you might have to make some additional time for you to meet with them. But I would say a minimum of 3 times, minimum 30 minutes per meeting.
Okay.
It's around an hour and a half, but you can meet with them more.
Understood. Very clear. Thank you very much.
No worries. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Abdul Badi'.
Yes, Abdul Badi. Hi, Mariam. Hi, everyone. I have a question, Mariam, please. So are we allowed to experts now during the bootcamp phase, or is it something just during the accelerator phase?
Yes, so experts during the accelerator phase will be active. Currently, only lead mentors.
Okay. Okay, please. Thank you.
No worries. Mustafa, Blended Labs.
Yes, hi Mariam, hi everybody. I just had two quick questions. The first is, I know you guys have thought this through, but can you just share a bit on the allocation of mentors with startups? Like, is it based on industry, domain, technology? What's the rationale behind the assignment?
All the above.
So you guys know what we do, and then that was based off
Yes, yes. So based on your application, based on what we saw during the interviews, this is how we assign the mentors, based on their expertise, based on how they're able to support. So all the above.
Perfect, great job. Okay, the second question is, can you share a bit of like Taqadam focus in terms of like what's your investment thesis? Do you look for something specific in those startups that will move to the second phase, technology, industry, and so on?
Yes. So in terms of what we're looking for, we were looking for something that is scalable. We're looking something that is novel, something that differentiates you from other competitors, and something that will grow and accelerate throughout the program, and something that the Taqadam program can actually support you guys in. So if you're, for example, your expansion, if you're international startup, your expansion is later on within 3 or 4 years, then maybe that's not the right time for you to be in the program. Maybe wait until 3 years for you to join. That's one thing that you need to look at. That's mainly it. And then just in your slide, make sure to mention the product, mention the competitors, and mention all of the aspects, and that should be enough.
Got it. Thank you, Mary.
Best of luck. Okay, so we have Abdulrahman. Abdul Majid, sorry. Your name was cut
No
off.
problem. Assalamu alaikum, Mariam, and hello, everyone. I wish I thank you so much for this opportunity. We're very excited to be here. So I had a general question about the support that Taqadam would give. I was wondering if it includes access to KAUST's labs or specific collaborations with professors, or let's say equipment in the core labs or anything like that.
So in terms of equipment and core lab access, it really depends, because it depends on what you're looking to utilize, and it is a very rigorous process in order for you to get the go through the courses that are required, in order for you to get the access, in order for you to get the approval from them. So it is something that if you need and I was looking to get, that's something that we can explore and support in getting you access. In terms of collaborating with professors, that goes into the same conversation that Rahaf brought up. If you have a clear goal with a specific professor, with a direct project, then yes, that's the way that we can do the introduction. If it's just general, I want to work with this professor, no, you need to be more specific. You need to do a bit of your research of exactly which professor you want to meet to, you want to meet with, and for what purpose, in order for us to facilitate that introduction.
No, that's clear. But if let's say you have the prior trainings for the let's say certain things in the core lab, you guys would be open to using some of the facilities.
Yes, from our perspective, it's totally fine. It just depends on the core lab team if they would approve it or not. That's something that we can facilitate and try to introduce you and give you the you could say support from the program perspective. But that end result or that end decision will be for the core labs team.
Okay, no, super clear. Thank you so much.
No worries. Mustafa. It seems like you have a question, Mustafa.
That was the old hand, so apologies. I put it down.
Okay, no worries, no worries. With that being said, any final questions before we go into Discord and the fun activity that we have prepared for you guys?
So I have a question in the chat, Mariam. There's some startup asking if they have assigned 2 mentors. I believe there is misunderstanding, which means Haytham and
Abdurrahman and Nawaf and Lama. Yes, exactly.
Can you explain that, please?
Sure. So these are the 2 only cases where these 2 mentors will be present during some of the meetings. But in terms of booking with that mentor, only book, for example, with the first name that you see. So if you're assigned, for example, Haytham and Abdurrahman, whenever you book your slot, just go to Haytham's profile and book with him directly, and Abdurrahman will be with him on the call. Same thing goes with Nawaf. and Lama. Just go to Nawaf's profile, book his call, book his slot, and Lama will be with him on the call to support.
Yeah. So the main mentor is Haytham, and the main mentor is Nawaf.
Nawaf.
And the other two mentor will join the meeting.
The call. Hope that clarified.
We have more
Ahmed.
from Ahmed.
Yes.
Yes, please. I know I've asked it before, but I need to clarify this point. So for the budget of 40,000 and the budget of or funding of 100K, is it like a controlled budget? So you assign like a certain percentage of this budget to a certain thing, like I need to spend like 30% on marketing and 20% on technical and things like this, because in Egypt we have faced things like this in other acceleration program and other incubation programs and so on. So I just need to make sure, like, is it a controlled budget, or is it like as per what we will face and as per what we will need and so on?
So it's not controlled from the program perspective, but is this something that you will talk about with your mentor whenever you work with them on your milestones? So depending on what you're looking to achieve and what the next couple of months look like for you, they're going to help guide you on how you should divide your budget depending on the different items that you have. So yes, you will assign different budgets on different items, but it will be agreed upon between you and your main mentor.
Yes, sure. It's not fixed for all. Thanks a lot.
No, it's not fixed. It depends. It's different for each startup. It's not fixed for all of you. It's not one size fit all. It doesn't make sense for it to be a one size fit all.
Thanks a lot.
No worries. Mustafa. Mustafa Hazzam.
Hello?
You have a question for us?
I just have a quick question regarding, a quick question regarding the mentors. When we are able to book them?
Yes, so you're able to book them from today in terms of your bootcamp mentor. Their profiles should be ready before the end of the day. They're already posted on Discord, and you're able to book them from today until the end of the month before the bootcamp selection.
Okay, the reason I'm asking because when I go to schedule a meeting, it's saying like this user doesn't have any time availability.
This month? Who is your mentor, if you wouldn't mind reminding me?
Of course. It's Muhammad Absi Halabi.
Yeah. So he might have an issue with this calendar. So we'll check with him. Just any one of you facing any issues with booking any slots with your mentor this month, make sure that you book a minimum of 3. If any of you are facing any type of availability issues, just please be sure to notify the Taqadam team for us to reach out to the mentors and make sure that the slots are available for you guys. Okay. So in terms of Muhammad, I'm sure he might have not just set up the times yet, and we'll be sure to have that prepared for you whenever you book. Okay.
Thank you, Mariam. Mustafa, please approach me directly in Discord. I will work on that. And that applies to everybody. Please, if you are facing any issues with Calendly, feel free to approach me. I will work on that for you. As for the mentor's assignment sheet, I'm going to re-upload it for you. So don't panic if you don't find it in Discord. That's fine. I'll upload it for you today. Okay? And if by any chance or something happened, you were lost, you did not find it, you don't know where should you find it, also approach me.
Thank you, Lama. Any final questions? I see here on the chat, no, Sif, you cannot use it for an apartment. So any other questions? I don't see anything left in the chat. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Going once, going twice, third time, sold, perfect. So with that being said, I'll hand over the floor to Lemaji, who will walk you guys over Discord, especially to those who are not familiar with the platform, wanting to understand what are the different elements of the server, how can you communicate with one another, what are some of the features. So walk you over that, and then we have an exciting icebreaker ready for you guys to get to know each other a bit more. So also stay tuned for that. With that being said, Lemaji, floor is yours.
Hello, everybody. We meet again, well, online. Those who are being active in Discord, very great job. Thank you so much for being active. In the past few days, I see the Discord is going nuts, which is what I'm looking for. Okay. Some of you are kind of not sure why are we in Discord. And that's okay. I'm here to take you through. So this is what you're gonna see once you go to Discord. Before you start, I know this is too much to grasp and read. Some of you are gonna panic like I did when I first joined the team. You need to rename yourself. There is, once you start, you're gonna be landing at Start Here channel. This is a channel. So you're gonna scroll down. I have a reminder for you to rename yourself. You need to have your company first or your startup name first and then your full name. Okay? This is the first thing you'll ever need to do. Going through, so you have these channels to your top left, 4 of them. You're gonna go over, hover around. For the Start Here is like first things first, we have the channels cascaded, what each channel is about. And then we have the discussion, which is these 4. Okay, we have a few writings for you to read, but let me take you through one by one very fast. The announcement is where I'm gonna post a lot, me and the team, we're gonna post a lot of things for you to be aware of. I posted earlier about the activity account, so if you did not create the account yet, you guys are running out of time. So get going. I'm also going to be posting the mentor's assignment sheet. I posted it earlier, but I removed it. So I wrote this sentence. Please don't panic. I know most of you are panicking already. That's fine. Take a deep breath. And then we're going to go to the links. So here, this channel, I posted some links that you guys need to have and be aware for the rest of your journey with us. We have the Puri page for Taqadam, the Taqadam Hub page for you to go through. And then in the future, we're going to have sessions that you're going to attend. And this is the playlist where you're going to have these sessions recorded in. And then we're also going to share with you some materials. So this is the shared Dropbox folder for you. And the mentors page. For those who are asking, this has been posted earlier. It's fine. We're going through this together. This channel, for now, is not activated yet. So yes, there is nothing posted. We're good to go to the general one. This is the discussion channel that I want you to, break Discord with. Talk to each other. We have a lot of stickers. We have Taqadam stickers, by the way, those who don't know. We have Taqadam stickers that you can use. Be yourself, enjoy, and there is no time limitation. So go ahead and enjoy from now on. Safe. Great job. And then we have the Taqadam help desk. I haven't seen any one of you using this, which might be a good sign or a bad sign. I will teach you a quick way for those who didn't read the description. What should you do? To use the help desks, basically you're asking for help. How you can do it? Those who know coding, which I didn't know in the beginning, you put a dash, ticket, you write ticket, open, and then the reason, I'm just gonna write, I am testing, enter. So the bot, this is a bot. It's called Yak PDP. It's gonna open a ticket for me, and only the Taqadam team are gonna see it. And then once your ticket or the issue is resolved, you can do ticket close. Yeah, and this is only we can do. Okay, easy. Any questions? Okay. I cannot see who's raising their hands, but if no questions,
I'll support you with any questions that anyone sees. But so far, no questions, Lama. Seems like everyone are experts in Discord, which is a good sign.
Which is great. Yes. Okay, and then we're gonna move on to the Taqadam server. I've been seeing some of you are using the bot. So one thing about this is just for fun to know your level, your rank. So we're trying to see who's more active in Discord. What you can do is very easy. Two things. If you want to see your own ranking, you're just gonna put /rank, enter, and enter twice. And it's gonna give me my ranking. Okay? Which is funny because it says 3, 24, 23. Anyway, and then if we want to see other person's ranking, I'm gonna do the same thing again, but this time it's gonna say for a member, I'm gonna use Mariam. Ooh, Mariam, great job. She's number one,
Yeah.
guys.
I'm number one, so I'm the one you're competing with, guys. The more you engage, the more you can get a higher rank. So I am your goal. Let's see who can actually beat me.
And then maybe, Mariam, if they made it past and we've seen them in person, maybe I can give them something.
Mariam, I have objection here, by the way. So we have to give the time that when you import into this Discord with us, so we can compete with Ajal later on, right? But if you have a long time joining and we have a short time joining, it's kind of ratio we can do it.
طيب, I promise you something, Asim. If you are the second highest ranked person, we'll have something for you when you join us in person.
Agreed.
I second that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll virtually shake on it.
Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you.
Okay. I see Sebastian is trying it, which is great. Sebastian is not a dash. Try copying this one. Okay. All right. I'll leave you guys to it. And then we have the resources channel. So one thing you guys need to know, for you, we don't have only your cohort, which is cohort 8. We also have the previous cohorts in Discord. But what they have is different than what you have. They have access to other channels that you don't have access to, and vice versa. So for you, resources is shared. Later on, you're gonna add more to it. We're gonna add resources for you to use. There is nothing that you need to be aware of. All the things that are mandatory and how can you say, you need and very important for you to go over are gonna be in the links. Okay, this is for your own reference, as well as for the tools. So these are more into like tools like Google Trends. Here you can see Mariam, mashallah, she has a lot of links for you guys that you can explore for your own benefit. And then we're gonna move on. So since we had the general exploding with your texts, we have the lounges for you. I'm not gonna click on either, but for you, I can see Mus'ab and Amin, and some of you are joining, which is great. So this is your huddle rooms. You can talk to each other with like vocally. Instead of texting, you can use the lounge rooms. And yeah, this is Discord in a summary. Any questions?
There is a question from Warid. Warid, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Just a quick question. For example, for the announcements and the links that you guys post on Discord, if you want to receive that to our emails, is that something we do within our accounts within Discord, or that's something you can enable? Because that, I think, would be quite beneficial. As like the important announcements, we get them also through the email, not only the Discord.
But then I'm gonna lose you from Discord. Why do you want me to do that?
Why do you want
يعني this is smart. I wouldn't يعني disagree with you, but I want you guys to be in Discord. We want the community growing, talking to each other, ask each other. So some of you might be asking, oh guys, where is that link of, I don't know, let's say mentorship link? I cannot find it. You can help each other, right? Because when you get to us, the Taqadam team, for help, that will be your last option. خلاص, you're desperate for help. The main source of point of contact and communication is what? Discord.
Yeah, I just want to add to that. I'm not sure, Lama, if you're gonna take them through Buri Beige, which is the hub, Taqadam hub, but most of all the action item or the calendar, it's already in the Taqadam hub, which is the page that include all the information. Usually the announcement it just will be a reminder for you. Whenever there is a session like coming soon or there is something we want to announce for any reason, we will announce it for Discord just to remind you to submit or to do anything. With regard to the most important action item, you will get email about that. For example, your data room. We already sent an email. We told you, please fill your data room because this is a requirement. We don't share it via Discord. We don't tell you via Discord, fill your data room. So you will get a certain kind of emails with regard to all the important action items that have a deadline. With regard to, yeah, I will leave it to Lemma, so to be honest now, just to go through the calendar and the action item in the hub page for you to understand what I'm talking about. This is just to give you like overview about everything that will go in the program, inshallah.
Yeah. Just before I hand it over to Lema, Wareed, not only just because of you need the program information, truly Discord is for you to communicate with your fellow founders. This is the most effective way to do it, and your fellow founders are the ones who are going through the same journey as you, and they're the ones who are going to be able to support you as much as possible in terms of recommendations of tools, resources, lawyers, financial, everything. So they're people who are currently in the journey with you. So communicate with them and build a relationship with them. That's why Discord is there, and that's why we're asking you all to join. Not only for you to get information on the program, but for you guys to engage with each other. And that's why we have the lounges for you guys to hop on calls whenever you guys want to. All you need to do is just hop on, you see who's there, and you can start a conversation. That's the main thing.
Thank you, Mariam. Yes, so whenever we have anything posted for you guys, you'll see it in the announcement, and any important links are also going to be posted in the links channel. So let's go back again. So in the links channel, as Rahaf mentioned, we have the Taqadam Hub link. This is where when we click it, it's going to have all of the important things that you need to go over. So let's go down. You have the calendar, and when you visit the page, it's going to tell you all the important details and dates. If there is anything that is not posted, that means we're still going to post that in the nearest future for you guys. Okay. Same for the other one. The action items for you to know what to do. If you are lost and you don't know what's next, you need to go through here, guys. All the action items for you and your team are here. And the perks is what Mariam mentioned earlier. We have a lot of deals for you, discounts and credits that you can go over. If it was legal, accounting and finance, general services, and so on. And then later in the future, inshallah, when you get to come to CAUST, we have the CAUST out and about. And we have the mentors list. So I'm going to add the mentors. So please stay patient. We're going to add a few more mentors by today. Okay. Any questions?
I believe very good. One more information here I want to add for everyone. So we have a rule in Taqadam. Whenever we have one person asking a lot, we tag them. We know them. We know their names. We know that they don't read their emails. And they will be blacklisted. And there is a punishment actually when they come to CAUST. So if you want to go to Taqadam first to ask about anything before checking Discord and Taqadam Hub, يعني be careful.
I would be scared of Rahaf, guys, so
يعني ما حاعترض. That's true. Be scared.